Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing a small video series about the Canon EOS M and shooting RAW through Magic Lantern with it. The reason I'm making this short series is because there's a lot of people on YouTube making videos about shooting RAW with the EOS M, but not all of them actually give decent detail about why you should use certain settings or what it means to use certain settings. They all seem to be kind of not fully well informed of how cameras work, and that makes their tutorials suffer massively. If you don't know anything about the EOS M, here's some really basic information about it. It's an 18 megapixel APS-C size sensor. It has very little controls. It only has one dial on the back. It is a metal build though, so that's a plus. And it's an incredibly small camera, like surprisingly small. It's about the size of a compact camera. And it has a capacitive touchscreen, which can be very useful in times to just touch a setting as opposed to obviously having to click buttons. As far as Magic Lantern goes, that is primarily for video. While there are some settings for photography, you're not downloading Magic Lantern for photography. It's for the raw video. It's an incredibly easy program, or you could call it program, but more like hack. It's a hack to install and uninstall, because all it actually does to the camera itself is change the boot flag to tell the camera to run the Magic Lantern software on the SD card alongside the Canon software. It allows 14-bit RAW recording, which is incredible, but there's no ProRes recording or log recording. As far as I can tell, that's because of a processing limit more than anything else, because the system already has as hard a time as it is recording RAW. Trying to record the RAW and compress it in, say, a log format, like even like an 8-bit log format, is probably just far too difficult for most of these cameras that are compatible with Magic Lantern. In this series, I'm not going to show how to install the Magic Lantern because it is such a simple thing. You can watch anybody else's videos on how to do that. There is some realities that go with shooting RAW video on the EOS M. While it is RAW, it's not as good video quality as something from like the Sony FS5 or FS7, which is a 10-bit recorders that compress to S-Log, both of which I've shot quite a bit with. It has poor low light performance, quite a lot of noise. It does not have a tilt display, which is irritating for me. I have a XT1, which has a tilt display, and it's very nice for shooting at waist level, which is something I realized with the EOS M is kind of a shame to not have. The RAW files are gigantic. Even for like a 2-minute video, it's several gigs. And then on top of that, to convert the RAW footage takes time. It's not, you can't just take the .mlv footage you get from it and put it right into DaVinci or anything like that. You have to run it through a program to convert it. So there are those limitations and drawbacks that you might not realize walking into it. But I would say if you're somebody who's on a budget, you can't afford something like a Sony FS5 even, which is thousands of dollars, this could be a reasonable choice, especially for the size and the price. I was able to get mine for $100. Right now, as of recording this video, the market price is usually around $150. Sometimes you can get it for cheaper. Sometimes the price will go up. It depends. But this could be a really cool thing. The next video I'm going to make is about the Magic Lantern settings that I use, including the specific version that I use and a link to download it yourself to install on your own. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day.